are up really early this morning because we are going to her first ever pigeon show. She has 3 pigeons that she's going to take to the show, and we're going to take y'all along with us so you can, well, this will be our first pigeon show, so we don't really know what to expect, but we're going to take y'all along so you can see it as well. Okay, so we have them loaded up. Marycarl, is it 2 Archangels and 1 Birmingham roller? 2 Archangels and 1 Birmingham roller. And you can't see them right now, but when daylight comes, we'll show you what we are taking to the show. We are on the road to a pigeon show. The pigeon show is held in Anniston, Alabama, which is a couple of hours north of where we are located. So we got up, as y'all saw earlier, before dawn, and got ourselves together as well as the birds that Marycarl's taken to the show. At first we kind of thought that we would just make this a trip to see how a pigeon show actually works, because none of us have ever attended a pigeon show, so we don't really know what to expect. But this is something that happens one time a year in Alabama, so Marycarl decided that she was just gonna take a chance and load her birds up and take them to the show. Now, we did fill out forms to have the ability to have them shown ahead of time, so they do know that we're coming. The show starts at 9 o'clock, and we should get there about 8:20, which will give us enough time to get her birds settled and checked in and everything. But this is going to be an interesting event because, like I said, none of us have ever, we don't know how this is going to go. Marycarl's taken 2 Archangels, and those are the pretty shiny birds that she has, that she got from Mr. Jim. He's up in North Alabama as well. And 1 Birmingham roller, is that right? He is, do you say a mottled?
Yeah, his color's called mottled.
His color's called mottled. He's black and white polka dotted, for lack of other way to describe it. And these were the 3 birds that she felt like would do the best at this show. Now, according to what we see today, we'll know more about what the future holds and what the judges are actually looking for. But she's not looking for coming out first place. She really just wants to see how it all works and get kind of a behind the scenes tour as to what to expect. Jason stayed home today. Mr. Greg is at our farm working on our driveway still, and Jason has some things to do, so it's just the girls today. So y'all wish Marycarl luck as we head to the pigeon show, and hopefully, even if she doesn't come out with a win, she learns a lot. So these are the Archangels that are being judged now. Marycarl brought 2 of those birds. One of them's a hen and one of them's a rooster, a cock.
Yeah, he's young.
He's a young,
Old hen.
an old hen and a young cockerel.
That one of mine. I think he's that one in the second to the last cage.
He's the one in the last cage?
Second to the last.
Second to the last cage on the right. but we're not for sure.
And here is probably that one in the middle because I think she's got a red band. No, that's which one.
So we don't know which one is which, but we will find out in a minute. Alright, so that one right there is Marycarl's bird. It's a Birmingham roller. His name is Dottie, and he's up next to be shown. He's a young cockerel, so he's up against only young cockerels. So we're at a pigeon show, but there's also a pig show, from what I'm told, going on the inside. And you can see this gentleman's got his pig out here and he's walking him around. Uh-oh, here comes another one. So we're gonna go in and see what this pig show's up to. Peaches is missing her debut for the pig show. Oh my gracious, it's beautiful. So I've entered where the pig show's taking place, obviously. I'm not so sure that I'm supposed to be in here. But look at them. Hey, babies. Oh my gracious, at the babies. And here are some sheep. Okay, so I found out that there's not a pig show going on. It's actually a building where pigs are housed for kids that are in schools that have 4-H and different things like that. So that's why that the pigs are in there. It has nothing to do with the pig show. They said there's a pig show coming up, but today there's not a pig show. So I'm highly disappointed that I didn't get to see the pigs being shown, but that's okay because we're still at the pigeon show. So we're on our way home from the pigeon show, and I must say it was quite an experience. It was an experience for the driver, me, and the rider, pigeon fancier, Billy.
Me.
What?
Me.
Her. It was quite an interesting day. Are you glad you went?
Yes.
Okay, so why am I doing all the talking? Well, Marycarl asked me to share the information. That's why I'm doing all the talking. I think you came away with a wealth of information.
Yes, definitely.
So you're glad you went?
Very.
Okay, so it's a rainy day here in Alabama. I don't care if the sun was shining. I'm glad you got to go and experience your first pigeon show.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you didn't walk away with a win.
And I don't care about winning. I really don't.
And I'm so glad to hear that, because I don't feel that it's all about winning or losing. I feel it's about the experience that you walked away with more knowledge than you came in with.
Yeah.
So there's 4 gentlemen that we met a lot of people, but there are 4 that really stood out to me because, well, A, they helped you by giving you birds that you can in turn turn around and show in years to come.
Yeah.
And B, they are willing to help you further your pigeon knowledge and just become more experienced overall as a pigeon fancier. Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
I did that well. So those 4 men, they were Corey, Charlie, Don, and last but certainly not least, Mr. Ellis. Now, the knowledge that these 4 gentlemen provided Marycarl with was on 4 different levels. They were all very knowledgeable, but they each had their own special way of sharing that knowledge with you. And I just can't thank those guys enough. You walked away with more pigeons than you came with. There were several breeds that you brought home that you did not have.
I did get a pair of the smallest pigeon breed, which is called the Valencian, I believe, Figurita.
Figurita. And tell us what the Figurita is.
The smallest pigeon breed in the world.
That's amazing. So the Figurita, you have a pair of those, the smallest pigeon in the world.
Yep.
You have
a pair of classic old frills.
Classic old frills.
And I'm pretty sure they're the Satanet color. Satanet.
That is a breed that you have been looking for a long time, right?
It is. And they are probably one of the biggest show breeds, I'd say. They're a really small, cute little breed. They've got a short beak. They're usually known for their lace, even though these are the Satanet color, Satanet, however you say it. And they've got white bars and they're blue.
Well, you don't mean like lace on a dress. You mean like their feather pattern
yes.
is lace?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you showed me a couple of those while we were at the show, and I must say, I was very impressed. I thought they were beautiful. And the ones that you brought home are beautiful as well. Okay, so there was one more bird, is that right, that you did not have already?
No, that's the only two I didn't have.
Okay, so what else did you bring home?
I got a male Vorburg shield cropper because I've got a hen and she didn't have a mate. So he's for her. And then I got 2 Indian fantail males who are for Paloma and Wren who don't have mates. And then I got 3 very special Birmingham rollers. They are all 3 males and they are beautiful.
They were from Mr. Ellis, who lives over in Dora, Alabama, and Mr. Ellis is more than willing to help Marycarl in any way he can. He knows the ins and outs, ups and downs of Birmingham roller pigeons, and that's a variety that you're really interested in, isn't it?
Yes.
That's the kind that do the flips in the air,
yeah.
The rolls, Birmingham rollers, right?
Right.
Okay, so what was the bird that won best of breed?
That was the classic old frill.
One of the classic old frills that Mr. Charlie gave you, am I right?
Yep.
Was best of breed in today's show.
Yes.
Now, he had several birds for sale, but he did not have a hen for sale.
He had a male. He didn't have a male.
He didn't have a male for sale. So he had a hen for sale, but he told Marycarl, he said, if I can come up with a cockerel for this hen, then I'm going to give them to you.
Yeah.
Well, I think he knew all along what he was going to do.
Yeah.
Because that bird was being shown.
Yeah.
And he didn't tell you that. So he walked away.
Because that was the only male he had brought.
That was the only male he brought. He walked away and went and saw the results. Bird won best of breed. He took it out of the show cage, walked over and handed Marycarl the bird and said, here is your cockerel. It just won best of breed. I'm going to tell you something. These people that we have been exposed to today in the pigeon fancier world have been so giving. And not only so giving, but so willing to educate you in a topic that you want to know more about.
Yeah.
So, like I said, you didn't come out with a win, but you're not sad, right?
No, I'm not sad.
First pigeon show, lots of knowledge, and then when you unbox your new birds, you're going to show them, right?
Yep.
At some point. May not be today, but at some point. So I hope you guys enjoyed going along to the pigeon show and seeing what it's all about.